Before You Knew Me was written acoustically in early 2007. At the time, we had a unit in East St Kilda, and my music room had a nice big window similar to this, which was covered by branches and leaves. It was a nice space for making music. The band had just formed, and I could feel that this song was going to be fun to play as a group, and that there was a lot of possibility for everyone to bring something interesting to it. This is a very simple song lyrically, and there really aren't that many words. To me, it carries the abstract story of lovers who accept their own sort of brokenness and also see and embrace each other's, but are completely in love. And maybe also that fine line between when two worlds collide and the collision creates something beautiful and new, but there's also the constant potential of the friction or the explosive meeting of two strong personalities can break the fragile cord that joins them. Yeah, so maybe also just the image I have of a very powerful love between two people being like a fire, and it can keep you warm and illuminate your whole life, but it needs to be contained to keep it from burning down everything else, or the home that it lives in. So this song began with just the acoustic guitar and vocals. I did an early recording of it and gave that to a few friends to listen to and get some feedback on. A good friend said that he felt the chorus was not energetic enough compared to the verse, so I took that on board and came out with a melody in the chorus, the da 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 da, and also lifted the register of my vocal so it was much more emotive and sort of breaking. After we'd been playing Before You Knew Me with the band for a while, Zach, who was playing violin with us at the time, who's playing all the violin on the CD, he came up with the riff that you hear in the bridge behind the baby part. And Zach also came up with the really beautiful violin parts that build and slowly sort of weave together towards the end and bring the song back into the final peak. Recording Before You Knew Me, we started with the acoustic guitar again, a guide vocal, a guide bass line, and the drums were laid down to those instruments. I also spent some time getting the tempo just right for this song. I felt it needed enough pace to have energy, but also slow enough that the chorus melodies musically didn't feel rushed and stayed quite spacious. The electric guitar was added to give a bit more texture to the verses, to strengthen the acoustic guitar during the chorus and the bridge. Similarly, the cello was added to very much strengthen and sort of warm up the violin lines, primarily also during the choruses and the bridge. And Pete Dacey, who recorded the album, is especially good at creating a really supportive, creative vibe, as well as being a really good judge of when to push you to do a better take, and also just when to stop and to recognise the kind of magic or the good things that you've done already. And I also really liked working with Andy Shanahan, who did the mixing of the whole CD. I think he achieved a really good balance between clarity on all the instruments in this track, being able to hear them all, because there's quite a lot of layering, a lot of things playing at the same time. And he just placed it all so you can still hear every part nice and clearly. And I think what he did to the violin, especially the lead violin, with this really nice, washy, big delay, really gives it a lot of space and air around it. We also did a short edit of the song during the mixing stage. The full version you hear on the CD, and the shorter version that ends at the end of the third chorus, where the other version picks up and the violins take it off again, but the shorter version ends there, and we have used that version for use for radio. Yeah, so there you go. That's the birth and the angsty teenage years of Before You Knew Me. Take care, and until next time, ciao.